Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Leopard 1. It's a German tier 10 medium tank and it's located on the north spawn of Empire's border under the command of Awppenheimer. Now this is a 2 marked barrel, 105mm gun, the L7A3, which is a British gun, British design but German manufactured. And it does 390 alpha to the enemy, and Awppenheimer's taking it straight towards the cap as quickly as he can. Now the Leopard, they actually built these tanks as the German main battle tank. It's concentrating on mobility and good firepower rather than armour, so I'm afraid it's a bit of a paper hull. Anything that hits it is going to go through, and that's because the Germans didn't believe that you could get away with defending yourself against heat rounds anymore. So they decided what we do instead, we build a really good tank, fast, mobile, accurate shot, laser pointed shooting, and that way we can get hits on the enemy. But if you get hit with a HE round, you are going to suffer because there's not enough armor to protect you. Well, somebody's in the cap already. In fact, there's several enemies in the cap. But it is an encounter battle, so it takes twice as long to cap out. Well, we took a round from a 907 there, and as you've probably seen in a recent video I did, the 907 is only held by players who are really, really good. And this is getting very difficult, so we've had to retire here for the moment. Now you can see that Awppenheimer is in platoon with Jiffy and pretty as much. Pretty much, yes. Odd name, but there you go. Puts a round into the 907, 391, pulls back. The 907 is a one, no, he's not a one shot. Puts another one in, 400. Jiffy goes up and tries to put some more in. Puts one into the T100, but takes a round from the 907. He doesn't want to keep exchanging like that because he will come off worse. The 907 is still going to take at least 4 rounds to kill. 421. Now he might be able to do it in 3. And if we can get some help from his friends, well, that Progettos are very low on hit points. The K291 takes a round for 379. Just a profusion of targets to fire at. Comes up. K91, one into the side. We've got somebody behind us, a bat chat. This is where it gets dangerous. Fire one at the bat chat, but we're going to have to focus on him for a while. E3 tries to do something. Jiffy's going in with the Panzerwagen. Oh, and he killed himself. Oh dear. Unfortunately, he crashed. Now the enemy's still capping, so we're going up. Puts one into the K91 and kills him. Only 44 hit points, but it has got some more capture points, defense points rather. Puts 397 into the T100. Now it's going to take at least 2 shots to kill the 907, I think. Puts one into the Type 5. Puts one into the side of the E3 as he moves up. The 907 doesn't seem to be paying attention to us. Now he is. He's shooting the other way actually, and we didn't go through his armour. We're firing heat ammo, we should be able to get through. Actually, I can see that Umya pretty much is the other side. He's trying to shoot up onto the guys going up onto the hill. Right, we're head on to the Type 5, go for the cupola, and we get a shot in. 356, it's a high roll, well, low roll, sorry, because it's 390 alpha. Can he get another shot into the Type 5? Actually, he does. 412, that's a high roll. And here comes the E3. We need to get out of his way, I think. And the enemy's pretty much, oh, well, there's the E3. He's got that kill. The enemy's pretty much devastated now. They've only got 5 left. And he puts a shot into the Type 5 who's killed immediately afterwards. So, only 4 enemies left. 3 Arty, 1 tank destroyer. Unfortunately, we lost Umya pretty much in that melee, as well as Jiffy. Jiffy obviously crashing. And I think Awppenheimer's going after the Arty. He probably wants a Pascucci's or a Dimitri's. Not sure he's going to get there in time, but you never know, he might. Well, no, he's not going to get a Dimitri's because the Object 261 is right up next to our guys, trying to slow them down, I think. And yep, there is the GWE100. He just put a round into us, and he's done a lot of damage. 463 hit points. Oh no, the E100's coming in for the RAM. That could have been awkward. He might have been killed by the RAM. That is a heavy tank, the GWE100. Going for the T92. Oh, and he doesn't get the kill there because it's taken out by our Object 261. We put one round into the the Gorilla 15, and he's focusing the other way so we can fire into his rear. We're firing APCR, could be firing heat ammo, and get the kill. Well, there's some compensation. 4 kills for Awppenheimer. And he wins the game. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Awppenheimer in the Leopard 1, the tier 10 German medium. He managed to get a fighter badge, a fire for effect, and he got an epic medal. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that battle. And the win rate for that game was 13,406. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he did 7,226 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was the Super Conqueror with 4,105. And the next high scorer after that was the Gorilla 15 he killed at the end, who managed to get 2,841 for the enemy team. When it came to kills, it was Awppenheimer again. He got 4 kills. Next high scorer was Gorilla 15 with 3 kills. And then there's a bunch of tanks with 2 kills apiece. And then when it came to base XP, again, it's Awppenheimer. He managed to get 1,208 base experience points. The Super Conqueror managed 954, and the Object 2684 managed 794. Let's have a look at detail. Well, he fired 22 shots in that game, got 21 direct hits and 20 penetrations. So good accuracy on this gun, and good penetration on the whole, as you can see, because most of the shots went in, but he was using heat ammo for quite a lot in the battle, and that's going to be reflected in the ammunition costs. Total damage of 7,226 hit points, and all of it was at close range. And he received 6 hits from the enemy, 4 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage. And that came from the GWE100 right at the end of the game. He blocked damage of 300 hit points in total, spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 302 hit points. He managed to get 35 defense points whilst he was hitting tanks in the cap. So he wasn't doing too bad. In fact, he did have a lot of help and support from other teammates. He was firing into the center of the enemy tanks as they were trying to pop back over the ridgeline to attack our guys. He earned 97,124 credits for the game, but here's the kicker. Repair, ammunition resupply, and consumables, he actually ended up with a loss of 19,092 credits, and the reason for that was mainly the ammunition costs. He did fire all that heat ammo. It is expensive, and the ammo cost 87,280 in total. He received 2 bonds for getting the awards, and he got 15 for the battle, so 17 bonds in total. He earned 1,812 XP times 2 for the first victory of the day. Took away 3,624 experience points altogether. So yes, he certainly did farm very nicely out of that battle. In fact, actually, if we look at the combined scores, we can see that together, between them, excuse me, we managed to get over 10k of damage for the team. It means that they didn't score quite as much as the rest of the team combined, but they certainly did have a good game, and it was, for a while, Umya pretty much was working on the other side, whilst Jiffy and Awppenheimer worked this side of the gate side of the cap area. And the unfortunate thing was that Jiffy took a wrong turn and fell off the cliff and crunched to his death. Otherwise, he would have probably got that bat chat and done more damage to the enemy. Oh, good game though, all the same, and shows that the Leopard 1 is actually quite a good tank, but you just have to treat it as a bit of a glass cannon and make sure that the enemy doesn't hit you, because as you saw, with 1 HE round. That GWE100 almost ended Awppenheimer's game, and he was coming in for the RAM kill. He would have succeeded, but for the fact that Awppenheimer managed to get a shot into that GWE100 and pull back just in time. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.